Hi, Tim Unkert here. In this video, I'm going to make an infinite do now for basically these do nows I'm doing for school. And the idea is if we take a do now, let me go to my GitHub repository here. So I'll do Timothy Unkert GitHub and go here. And if I go to do nows here, I have this whole repository, so I can go. I'm making some electric do nows for the Google Forms that I can quickly take a snippet of, or take a either copy and paste into a Google form, or just take a screenshot of it, screen snip. But let's say I want like area of a square. If I go to this problem, I go here to download the file, and then I go here, open up the file. Let's see, so right here, and you'll see that I've got a bunch of problems. If I want to zoom in a little bit, kind of zoomed out, but if I click on this button, refresh problems, the problems will change. Okay, all right, so what I'm doing is basically I have an HTML file and I have some JavaScript at the bottom of that that's changing the numbers for it. All right, so what I want to do is I want to look up a digital SAT practice test here, and College Board has a bunch of these, and if we go here we can go, the last two modules are math, so we got a math module here, and we can go and we can take a look at some of these questions. And let's see, so let's say we do a systems of equations here, so we have two equations here, and we have to figure out what is the value of x in this particular problem. So let's create one of those. So I'm going to cd into my do nows repository and cd into the electronic do now question bank, and then I'm going to do vim, and I'm going to create let's see, call it system dash of equations dash solve for x.html. Okay, and I'm going to use Emmet here to get some boilerplate code, and then I'll type in my title, so it's going to be system of equations, comma, solve for x. Okay, then I go down here, let's create some style tags. I can put some styling in there just to make it a little bit nicer. And we'll do a dot container class, and we'll have that with a margin of 0 and 0.5 inches in there. And we'll also do a dot row class with a min height of 220 pixels, and then we'll have a border bottom of, let's see, we'll do 1 pixel solid and do it in a grayish color, dark gray. Okay, so we'll close out the style tags here. We'll go to the body tags, and what we'll do in the body is we'll do a dot container class, and in that we'll have 4 rows, and then we'll have a paragraph with a class of problem, and we'll expand that out. And then we'll go down to the bottom here, and we'll create a script tag. So we'll type in script, and inside of that we can put in our JavaScript. So let's do a loop to loop through those rows. So I'll say for let I equals 0, I is less than 4, and we'll increment I each time through the loop. And we'll close out the loop here, and we'll create a variable called problem, and we'll set that to document.query selector all, and do that to the problem class. Okay, and we'll do it at index I. Okay, and well, now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create a function. So let's create some random numbers first. Let's create a function to create random numbers. So we'll create a function called create number. We'll do an arrow function here, and in that function what we'll do is we'll say const my number equals math.floor, math.random. We'll multiply that by 9, so that's a number from 0 to 8. We'll add 2, so we don't have a 0 for a number. Okay, and then we'll return my number at the end of that. Okay, so that's going to create a random number, and now we also want to create our problem. So let create system of equations. That'll be an arrow function as well. And let's see, what are we going to need? Well, we're probably going to need the x value. So let x value equal create number. Okay, and actually, let's do a y value too. Excuse me. I'll take a sip of my coffee. And let's see what we got going on with this problem here. Let me zoom in a little bit on it. Okay, so we got y equals negative 3x. Okay, so we need to have some kind of constant being multiplied by the x value, and that's going to give me the y value. So maybe what we need to do is actually let's not do our y value just let's we'll call it x constant equal create number. I'll only do even numbers for this one to start, but if we wanted odd, what we could do is we could do let my number and then like something like let my number sign and have that be 0 or 1, like a math.floor, math.random times 2. And then we could like if my number sign equals 0, then multiply my number by negative 1. But I'm going to just stick with positive numbers to start. Okay, so all right, so we're going to say let y value equal x value times, or x constant really, I mean, it doesn't matter the order, x constant times x value. Okay, all right, so now we've got our y value. Okay, and then we have something times x plus y. We have to have a total here. All right, so we'll let x constant 2 equal, let's do just create number. Okay, and then we're gonna let the total equal x constant 2 times x value plus y value, or y value there. And okay, so that'll be our total. And now we've got to return the two equations. So we're going to return, and we'll do it within backticks here. We're going to return the first equation. So the first equation is going to be y equals, this is going to be x, first x constant, times x. Okay, and then we're going to do a break tag here, and we're going to say now it's going to be x constant 2 times x plus y equals now the total. Okay, and then we're going to have to do maybe 2 break tags, and then we'll do the wording. So the wording reads, the solution to the given system of equations is xy. What is the value of x? Okay, so the solution to the given system of equations is xy. What is the value of x? Okay. All right, now we have to have possible solutions. Okay, so let's see. So let's try out these solutions. So if x equals negative 1, or x equals 1, then y would be negative 3. So it would be 4 times 1, so 4 plus negative 3 does not equal 15. So that can't work. If x equals 5, then we have negative 3 times 5, so that's y equals negative 15. So 20 plus negative 15 equals 15. That doesn't work either. 15, we have y equals negative 45. We have 60 plus negative 45 equals 15. So it is the third one. So how do we figure that out? Let's see. So how do they get 1? Not sure if these are just random solutions here. Let's see. They could do. Well, let's see, x value divided by 3, and then just a 1. Well, you know what? I'm not going to delve too deep into it. But let's do an unordered list tag and then a list item, and then we'll just do 1 for the first one, and then we'll do another list item, and we'll do let's pass in a variable. Let's do x constant minus 5. Okay, and then we'll do another one. Let's do just the x value. And actually, previous one, I want to go back here and I want to make this x value. X value minus 5. Okay. No, I want to go here, and then this one I'll do x value, so that's going to be the correct answer, and then the next one we'll do like x value times 3. Okay, and then we'll close out that list item and close out the unordered list, and that should be what we need. Okay, so we kind of got this in a paragraph. Maybe I should have made that a div. So let's see, if I go here and let's see, let me do QW. Okay, so we're recording on W, so I'm going to delete this, go to insert, type in div, hit escape, go to the end of the line, go here, delete it, insert, type in div, and then go to J, one more J, back to the start, back out to here, and then let's stop recording the macro, and let's try it 3 at W, and there we go. We've switched them all to divs, okay? All right, so that's a little bit better because it would fit better inside of a div. Okay, so now I'm going to do problem.inner HTML equals, we're going to do create system of equation. Okay, and now we'll save it. And now let's open this up and see if this is actually working. All right, so we're going to go to my Linux files here, go to electronic do now. Okay. Yeah, it actually is working. Let's check that that's the correct answer. So y equals 70. So 70, or yeah, 7 times 10, 70 plus 70 equals 140. That would work. This one, y is going to equal 36. And then 36 plus 36 equals 72. So those work. Now, when you're putting this into a Google form, you're just going to probably copy one of these. And actually, one thing I want to do, let me just fix it up one way. So let's go GG to get back to the top here. And we'll just do unordered list items. We'll have the list style be, let's do it upper alpha. Okay. And let's close that out and save. And now let's refresh. Okay, so now what we can do is you can just copy this right into a Google form, or what I like to do on a Chromebook is just take a screenshot and paste this in. You can play with the font too. So you can go up here. Let's go make the body. We'll have the font size like 2 rem if we want to make it a larger font for a picture. And then, yeah, we get some larger font there. You can play with all kinds of stuff. But now, if I do Control R, I can refresh it. One thing I do want to do is add a button. So I can just refresh it. So I can go up here and do, type in button and expand that out. And I'm going to do on click. And we're going to set it equal to a function that I need to create called refresh page. And then we'll go down to the bottom here. And we'll just create a function. Let's call it let refresh page. And what we're going to say in there is, whoops, not that, the other one. Okay, location dot reload. And we'll close out that function. And actually, we've got to go back to the top and put something in the button, because otherwise it's not going to appear. So we'll type something here like refresh problems. Okay, and then we'll escape, and now if I do that, I have this button that says refresh problems, and I can click on it, and refresh all the problems. Sweet. And you can mess with the order. Just put your answers into a Google form and move them around. I've been doing electronic submissions recently, so I'm trying that out. Anyways, hopefully you found this video helpful, learning JavaScript, or if you want to check out this GitHub repository, I'll leave a link to the description, or a link to the GitHub repository in the description. Hopefully you found this video interesting. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right, see you in the next one.